Hey guys, KK here, welcome back everyone, my dear friends, to another episode where today we shall be doing the ultimate hardest path for Germany. And no, I'm not talking about being social democratic or paternal autocratic or NatPop blah 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 blah, no. The path that we intend on doing is one of utmost secrecy, for it does require us to follow certain steps all the way toward 1940 when the Second World War triggers. And you may be wondering, what path am I talking about? It's one where we need to make it so that the Kaiser runs away during the Second World War because we're about to lose the damn war. What I mean about is that we will have to hit 50% surrender progress, lose like 50% of our core territory, or maybe a bit more than that, God knows, just so that this bum-ass and his family runs away from the country and we get couped by a third party. It depends if you go with the cabinet Schleicher or the coalition of the SWR. If you go with the first one, of course, you will be cued by the NatPop regime, or rather the military, and you will end up as the NatPop regime until you win the war. And then the old authoritarian democratic regime will be restored once everything is done. But if you go with the coalition of the SWR, you then can proclaim a special republic, which I know it kind of is unique and ideal. I would like to go with that. But it's really hard to keep up with it. I swear to God, I've tried like 3 times already to keep down with the coalition path, and it always fails because of some dumb reason. So this time around, I'm not gonna be really focusing on how to get neither of these paths. Instead, I will just be showing you in depth how to just unlock the secret path and win the Second World War while getting 50% surrender progress without jeopardizing your country and your run, I guess, too much. But without further ado, enough yapping, and let's just jump into today's run, my guys. Also, what I tend to do in the early game is build up as much infrastructure in the eastern part of my country, since that is where I will be basing the majority of my industry. Believe it or not, I will be giving up all of this land away, which is kinda sad, while trying my hardest to make it so that Russia does not expand as much as possible in the east. The best way to do that is just to invest into your air force and build a lot of fighters, and most importantly, CAS. What I'm gonna be doing as Germany is pick up the light aircraft MIO for the buffs that they give me. They are pretty good, if I'll be honest. And I'm gonna be rushing the improved small aircraft model. Not right now, obviously. I'm gonna try to get it around late 1938 and early 1939. I would advise you to make light tanks and medium tanks in 1938, or rather you start your production around that time. The reason why I'm not using or producing the basic stuff that I currently have is because I don't even have the 1936 light tank model, which is the minimum requirement. So I don't want to be producing garbage tanks just yet. And the Black Monday mini game starts. Of course, I just want to warn you, I suck ass at this, dead ass. But I once got very lucky and managed to complete it as fast as possible and got the achievement for it. Yeah, I cannot tell you any advice on how to complete this. Just make sure that your GDP does not hit 200% or you're absolutely cooked. Also, just to give you a bit of insight on the cabinet Schleicher minigame, let's say that you want to play as the Democratic Union. What you will do is that you will hover over the coalition of the SWR, you will see which parties they will target, and you will click on them to block them from gaining them. And this deadass is the funniest event when it comes to Kaiserreich. Mother's Day. Let future generations know that Schleicher respects women more than anyone. Deadass, it has a special spot in my heart, and I love the Kaiserreich devs for adding it. That, and I think that the other community members also love it a lot. I've seen it memed a lot on the Reddit from time to time. And I'm also gonna succeed in getting to -7 when it comes to my economic health. So currently everything is going fine. I'm rushing toward the research slot. It should be timed perfectly for me to get my hands on it. Since I have a bit of political power that is left, I would like to reduce my debt, because currently it's at 140, but the economic health will get to -5. So I kinda got rid of 50% of my crisis. Spending 90 PP is actually worth it, even though it may seem odd for most of you guys. And I went down all the way to 124% debt to GDP ratio, my bad. And like I said beforehand, it's currently February 37, and I'm already gonna get that bonus for the fighter model. When it comes to the infantry division that I'll be using in Spain, since I apparently forgot to notice that there was a civil war ongoing there, I'm just gonna modify this template and add as many units of artillery as possible. Ideally, I want it to be a 30 width. We're gonna support the southern kingdom of Spain because I do believe that they tend to join your faction once they are done. My first objective is actually to knock out Commie Spain, so we'll be focusing everything on attacking a single front and making it toward Valencia, and hopefully toward Barcelona, though it will take a bit of time. That's why I have the majority of my air force toward this side. Come on, keep on bombing these guys. Thank you very much. And as you can see, we are instantly shredding these guys. I'm playing on full speed, that's why it's going a bit slower. But the bubble tells the truth. We just need to keep on pushing. I'm expanding the front. I'm not going to go toward the tile behind. No, instead I'm going to be attacking. Something like this. Bam, bam. Come on, you stay on the ground. You stay in your position. You go toward here, and we're going to attack this division next. My ideal goal is to encircle as many troops as possible, not to just keep on pushing and pushing. And thank God this is not normal Hoi 4, because I hate that unplanned offensive modifier in vanilla Hoi 4. It really sucks ass. I'm gonna try to pin as many divisions as possible, and by nature kill as many of them as well. The push toward Valencia is going swell, though I failed to kill that single militia unit. Not an issue, I'm still gonna progress quite nicely if I may be honest. I'm gonna move my airplanes toward this airport, just so that they are currently engaging in the combat in this region. The plan was always the same. Kick as much as possible. Once we defeat the SNTFA, that's what I call them because they remind me of an old French news channel, I'm going to now target Carlos, Spain, after I'm done with them, because, like, you know, these guys get supported by 5 powerful nations? No, by 6, my bad. Whilst these guys just get supported by the Entente, which is easier to steamroll. Last thing I want is for these guys to get a bit too powerful, would not be very advantageous for me. I'm gonna try to take Zaragoza and Caspe. I don't know if this will be enough to make them capitulate, but I'm hoping that it is. Probably not. Also, I'm about to end the state of emergency in the Rhine area right now. So goodbye, you will not be missed. Thank you for giving me back my stability, but I'm still at 8%, which kinda sucks ass. I'm done with the majority of the minigames. The Ireland minigame is still ongoing. It doesn't end until 1939 or 1940, when the Second World War triggers. And I still need to finish whatever this is. And the SNTFA are dead. It's easy to whip their asses, to be honest. Now we redirect our attention against Carlos, Spain. This time around we will be pushing from the west, since if I'm not wrong, they have a lot of supply depots in this region. So yeah, we take the west, we get our hands on the coastline, and then make it toward Bilbao. The Spanish Civil War is almost done, I'm just waiting until I gain my planning bonus, and I'm gonna begin my initiative to make it toward Bilbao. And at the same time, my units direct toward Middle Africa, or rather toward India, so I'm gonna reassign this general to go toward that theater, and I'm gonna try to link up with the Dominion of India, of course. I don't care if these guys in the north or the south win, all that matters is that the colonies don't. Ah shit, man. I swear to God, man, in the single run where I require my allies to carry me, here goes Austria dropping the ball as always. And now they are at war with their own dominion. I cannot even save them, man. It's over. I'm gonna hit a cheesy post stack on Ahmedabad, just because I need to get a supply hub over here. It really is getting a bit rough to win these damn battles. Not gonna lie, with low supplies and whatnot. Of course, shredding them is a piece of pie. I just need to keep an eye out so that they don't get reinforced instantly. That's why I'm gonna launch an attack ahead of time. And we have all of these guys encircled, which should be at least 10 divisions. Wait, I take it back. There is 10 just in these 2 tiles. So I'm gonna say 13 or 15. Damn, I just got an event that told me that Austria was gonna collapse. And guess what? They don't even hold Vienna. Like, what's left of them? I swear to God, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Operation Integrity, just for the air superiority mission efficiency, so that I have a better trading ratio more than anything. And I get to annex Austria, which is gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass. Not gonna lie. Having an ally as Austria is better than annexing them, if I may be honest. It currently is October. I'm going to rush the improved small aircraft model. I should be getting it in late 1938, and I'm gonna be spamming out a lot of aircraft. I need to maintain air superiority no matter what. We're gonna be putting everything on air. Like, this is gonna be our biggest gamble so far. As for the rest of these guys, heavy MG and survivability studies, I'm gonna be getting them in mid-38, just so that I don't suffer from too much debuffs. Also, I noticed something. Northern Italy is at war with the commies, so I should probably send them some volunteers as well, just so that they don't collapse instantly. I'm almost done with Black Monday. It will soon be at -3. I just need to get it to -2 or -1, and I should have fully recovered from it. So as for my last encirclement, I think I killed off like 10 divisions over here. Maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less, who knows. But I don't think I need to intervene into India, or at the very least the Indian war anymore. On another note, it's almost 38, I need to focus on tank production. While I'm suffering deficient to the north, doesn't matter, I'm succeeding in the south instead. I'm gonna take advantage of this, because hey, guess what? I have like 400 units of CAS, which is like, I'm completely shredding the infantry of the enemy. But I'm gonna focus on encircling these guys over here. That, and I should keep an eye out so that they don't run away. Also, I got rid of all of the debuffs that reduced the army experience gain of mine. With this, the Italian war should be won. I mean, not instantly, since they will bunker us down in the north, but this should have hampered them good enough. Everything has went well so far. The Indian front is fully completed, well, almost done, so we won't have to deal with an Indian syndicalist nation. The same thing for Spain, the same thing for Italy, even Ireland is in our faction. Usually I like to go with cannons 1, but I'm gonna go with heavy MGs, just because it's currently the meta. I'm hoping that it's gonna pay well off, and I'm gonna start producing medium and light tanks. And of course I just won Black Monday, so we are finally at peace. That and I can just focus on building up my military industry. Like I said previously, I'm building up mainly in the eastern portion of my country. Brother, this is a shitpost. I swear to God, I helped these bums, the northern Italians, to win their civil war, and guess what they did? I'm out of words. They showed me the Russian faction. This is such... I don't know, I feel like I've been backstabbed. Jesus. Okay, it's December 1938, and I already have unlocked the 1940 airframe with all the required designs with it. The template that I'm going to be utilizing is something like this. A single engine, the tier 3 obviously. We're going to install 4 heavy machine guns, only 2 of them. We're going to go to the special modules. We're going to add some self-sealing fuel tanks, extra fuel range, or rather extra fuel tanks, my bad, and some armor plating. This should be enough for like the entirety of the game until 1942 or 1943. I'm gonna use the light aircraft designer because the buffs that it has are very good. Since I did not have anything to produce airwise, I just was shitting out a lot of cast. This cast template, the one that is right here, is garbage. That's why I'm going to instantly delete it, and I'm gonna put 50 on fighter production, just to keep up with the common France, the Union of Britain, and with Russia at the same time. I got all of my industry working overtime on making more mills, though I cannot produce any cast right now, not until another 200 days, when I get the heavy bomb blocks. And of course they declare on the Ottoman Empire instantly. I'm gonna send them some help. I did invest a reasonable amount of units into them and political power, so it would kind of be a shame if they died instantly. And I'm still holding the summits of peace. To keep the retention below 75%, I need, at minimum, I need the war to start until 1940, January or February. Ideally, I need it to start in August of 1940. The Egyptian AI has been hitting me with force attack over and over again until all of their divisions simply depleted. Look at this, I'm gonna hit force attack on this division, bam, instantly is deleted. I'm gonna keep on pushing bit by bit toward the Port Said area, just so that I can encircle as many troops as possible. And with this we have fully dealt with Egypt. I don't think the war has been ongoing for much, but we completely clapped their cheeks and have them encircled in many areas. Like, tell me that I did not take every single tile from Egypt right now. And they still refuse, like, just because they hold 2 tiles here in the north. And of course they have cores on Sudan. I do realize that, but like every time they just refuse to surrender. But when it comes to my cast, I don't really care about it. I just want to have as much damage being dealt as possible, so I always put 3 heavy bomb blocks on. Of course I'm going to put a single engine because, hey, just to show you, if I try to put 2, it drives the cost from 25 to 41. So it's pretty expensive. And as for the special modules, I'm just going to put some extra fuel tanks, that's all, to have a better range. And I'm going to assign 20 factories on cast production. Of course, the Kingdom of Spain will join our faction, so we are currently at 63% retention. Everything is fine, everything is going well so far. Currently, when it comes to my air force, I have 1.3k currently being utilized. And mind you, these are up-to-date fighters, not like the 1936 garbage, which France currently has. So I have like the same amount of planes, almost the same amount of planes as France, with the higher quality. So I will be absolutely decimating the French Air Force. But that is not enough, because I need to have the same amount of airplanes on par with France and Britain, and ideally also with Russia, which is why I'm currently holding peace summits as much as possible to delay the war for another 6 months. That, and I'm almost done with making Iran capitulate. We took Tabriz, we took Tehran. I still need to take Isfahan and Shiraz as well, I just realized. Here's my current faction map mode. Anything that's not green and anything that's not blue is very good for us. Time to show you my templates. Since I'm limited by the amount of troops that I can utilize, which is tied to the amount of troops that France has, I'm gonna say they have 120 at max. I'm gonna be using mainly elite troops. What kind of template I'm talking about? I'm talking about this template. This is gonna be my main infantry template for the entirety of the run. It's a 30 width template. It only has been reduced because of the doctrines that I just took. This is gonna be my medium tank template. It has 30 organization, which is enough, and as much medium tanks in it as possible. I'm gonna be utilizing it for the rest of the run. This is gonna be my light tank template. It's good enough for the job. I know it's not the best, but hey, if it gets the job done, I'm happy with it. So yeah, this is my current army. I only have 80 divisions. I'm gonna make it go all the way to 120, which should be on par with the French army. And I currently have assigned 60 military factories on fighter production, so I will be capable of upscaling my capabilities to the maximum extent as time goes on. And I have 30 on cash production as well, so we're not in a difficult situation. Oh shit, the retention is at 75%. That is not good. I would like to say this is the fault of the French. Oh, never mind. I'm the one that shelled that village. But I did not have any army near the border. This is a lie. Do not believe them. Ah, goddammit. Now I gotta compensate the French, unless I wanna risk having to go through an early war, which I'm not prepared for anyways. Okay, we are cooked. I got an event that increased the retention by 6 points. And it was mainly made by Russia. Thank you very much, very nice of you, Russia. I love you a lot. What does this mean? It means that the Second World War will trigger in February of 1940. Well, to be exact, it will trigger in March of 1940. But I guess we did everything that we could. And everyone is just fine against us. I'm hoping that my Eastern Bloc members are gonna be capable of holding for as long as possible. But I'm gonna make sure to put some divisions on the Ukrainian borders so that they don't blow up instantly. That, and I'm gonna assist them with some fighters, so that the Russian cast doesn't overwhelm them. So the plan is pretty simple, mind you. I'm gonna knock out the Dutch quickly, then rear out my tank force toward Romania to knock them out as well alongside Serbia. So the only guys that I would have as main threats and that I would count on to take like 50% of my territory and get this special event would be Italy, France, and that's that, and Britain, I guess. But I really don't want Russia to expand too much. They are too dangerous. And obviously everything goes to shit, and we are at war with Russia. We have full air superiority over Ukraine for the time being, but not over the Baltics, so I should probably do something about that. I have no idea why the Ukrainian AI is currently attacking the Russian front line. Like, it doesn't even make any sense, brother. You're gonna get instantly steamrolled. The air war over Ukraine is still being won by us. I'm keeping the Baltics like on a reasonable level, and I'm being bombed in Berlin, but I don't really mind. And I did have every single bit of intel on what France is doing. I even know how many days they have left on their declaration of war. Finally, they joined the war. Look at this. Instant green bubbles. Ignore this one, because I'm killing them with my, what do you call it, breakthrough. So I should steamroll them in a few milliseconds. That, and I'm playing on 3 speed, so the combat is going very slow. But my main objective is still the same. It's to make them capitulate as fast as possible, redirect all of my elite troops toward the Russian front, or rather the Balkan front. And then I don't know what to do. I'm just trying to kill off as many troops as possible at the end of the day. Of course, since the Dutch AI is very desperate, they are hitting last stand, so their divisions are evaporating pretty fast. But it's still not enough for me. I need them to get rid of that goddamn modifier so that I can blitz them. Air-wise, I'm still winning when it comes to the trading ratio. 2 to 10, 5 to 15, and so on and so forth. Come on. I gotta kick them out of Amsterdam, but they still keep on cheesing that annoying ass last stand thingy. But Amsterdam is gonna eventually fall. What really matters is for us to kill off all of these troops and not allow them to run away. Come on, man. Please let me reinforce Mew. Thank you very much. Wait, what? We took Rotterdam? Okay, that's nice, I guess. But I cannot stop my offensive because I still need to kill off all of these troops. There's currently around 30 French troops here. Oh my god, I'm a moron. I cannot kill a lot of French troops because they kinda need to live, so that I can have a bigger army and still complete the path that I want to do. 20 troops? Well, actually there's 25 to 30 here. Please let me reinforce Mew. And that's it, good. I'm gonna split my army in half right now. Gonna redirect all of my tanks toward Romania. And from Romania we go to Bulgaria and then Greece, and we will deal with the rest of the Balkans. As for the rest of my infantry, I'm gonna keep them here in Ukraine. I'm gonna hold the defensive line instead, behind the river, because it seems more feasible, to be honest. Casualty-wise, I lost 86,000, though I did inflict, like, a metric Oh my god, Belgium stole my kills. That is disrespectful as hell. I kinda am disappointed, but I killed 100,000 Dutch, and 300,000 Frenchmen, I guess, and 50,000, well, 30,000 or 50,000 British troops as well. We are still winning when it comes to the trading ratio, 24 to 312. I'm gonna tell the tanks to attack without any precautions. That and the goddamn Ukrainian cavalry divisions are doing a good enough job as is. So as soon as I get my hands on Bucharest, they should cap. We're gonna focus all of our attacks next on Serbia, and then from there we will make it toward Albania. All the bubbles are green. I'm just being stalled a bit because the front line is just mainly forests and mountains and hills, which is not very ideal for tanks, if you know. But eventually we will get our hands on Skopje, which will make Serbia capitulate, since they are about to lose Belgrade thanks to my puppets, or allies to be more specific. At least Albania, or the righteous mighty nation of Albania, is gonna cap right now. So that is one less nation that we need to fight against. And I can start blitzing toward Greece next. And with this, the Balkan mess has been dealt with, and we are still progressively losing a reasonable amount of territories without it being too much. And I still have less divisions than France, so everything is fine for the time being. Casualty-wise, it's currently at 1.4 million for the Moscow Accord, 700,000 for the International, while my faction lost 1.5 million. So we still have the advantage, but the casualties have been brutal. As for me, Germany, I've lost 110,000. Kinda makes sense since I don't have a lot of troops. That and I'm running out of stuff to build. Like, I already maxed out all the stuff that I am gonna hold. By the looks of it, I'm gonna start building in my puppets. We still have full air superiority in this region. We had the better trade-in ratio, as you can see, 76 to their 1000. I should probably put some fighters here in Belarus as well. Cannot forget that. With this, Greece should be capitulating very soon. I'm pretty confident in it. That and I'm gonna capture Athens, which should get me some supplies, and my division should become speedy once more. I'm still playing on 3 speed, that's why the front line is still moving very slowly. I'm gonna pull off from the French front line and I'm gonna retreat behind the Hanover line. That also means that I need to remove all of my airports toward Western Germany, or rather Lower Germany to be more specific. And my main plan right now is to make it toward Smolensk with my tank force, but I'm not gonna start attacking just yet. I need to get the full planning bonus with all of these troops. I have full air superiority and I have some CAS assistance. We won the Russian air war a long time ago, so I don't have to worry about this front line. And I'm putting all of my fighters, as you can see right here, in Lower Germany, so just so that the AI does not push me a bit further than I would really be comfortable with. We are at 37% toward capitulation. That and my divisions are fully entrenched. I just want to say something. I'm surprised that Switzerland is still holding. Mad respect to them. At least we're going to succeed with completing a very minor encirclement. It doesn't matter if we kill a lot of troops in this initial stage, because we only want to reclaim the supply hub of Minsk so that we can keep on pushing forward. It's all going according to plan. At 47%, I needed to reach 50%. So I still need to lose either Linz or Vienna. I'll keep on spreading. I'm not gonna stop because my tanks are fast as hell, and I'm not facing much Russian resistance in this region, so I don't want to be bogged down. For the time being, at the very least. I'm getting closer to Moscow without even putting in much work. I'm not even lying, bro. This is 100% being done thanks to my tanks. Mad respect. That, and even though I have like over half of my country being occupied, I still have more airplanes than France, but I have the same amount of the Union of Britain. And the same thing applies for Russia. Walking unopposed into the Russian countryside is just so fun. Why is there 9 Romanian divisions near Moscow? This doesn't... what the hell? Look at this bullshit, mind you. I give them Dresden for free and they don't want to walk into it. The same thing for Leipzig. Why? Come on, just take the damn state. You're annoying me. Okay, finally we are at 53%. Should be enough for me to complete all of my objective. Now I just need to wait for a few days, weeks, for the event chain to trigger. And don't ask me what's happening in Russia. I deadass just let my tanks walk in and they've been doing a lot of weird stuff. I should probably start retreating from this region and focus on linking up with the Ukrainian front instead. Division wise I have 87, France has 120, and Russia has, let's say 250. So I'm still within the requirements for the run. Thankfully, the monarchy has ran away. So the event chain is still gonna trigger, thank god. So I did not fail my requirements for the run, since there's no point in me coming back from this if I cannot get the secret path where I get screwed by the military and get rid of the monarchy. And finally, the push has been completed, thank god. So yeah, the requirements for the events are fully done. Some of you may call me crazy for doing this, I don't mind it, but I'm gonna start picking up the planning bonus for my divisions. It's about time for us to reclaim Germany, and you gain an extra focus tree, mind you, when you do this special path. Though the buffs are like 50-50, I don't really care about it, but we may as well just use it for the time being. We're gonna go to total mobilization, mind you, and I have -11 stability. And we're gonna go on a full-out offensive all the way toward Paris. And of course the front line here in the west is collapsing instantly. I'm gonna use the tanks to encircle as many troops as possible. Hello, infantry guy, I need you to pin those 12 divisions. I don't want them to go anywhere. As for the infantry, you're gonna make it toward Holland. We need to liberate Belgium once more and make the Dutch capitulate for a second time, because it's very funny to do that. And I'm gonna get 200,000 manpower, because I'm gonna take everyone from every single university around Germany and tell them, hey, it's time for you to go to the front line, kid. No time for you to be autistic and play Hoi 4. They probably won't even know what Hoi 4 is, because it's 1939, and will think that the leadership is crazy. But hey, I can see into the future and it's worthy to invest into this game. The Eastern Front is collapsing. God damn, I moved away from there for a millisecond and the Russians go back on the offensive. Doesn't matter, I just need to make the Syndicalists capitulate as soon as possible, and that's gonna be it for them. All the troops over here are encircled. I'm gonna focus on retaking Lille and Dunkirk as well. The offensive is going swell, And we even have the Dutch East Indies holding these territories, which is pretty nice, my guy, pretty nice. Also, I just realized I'm no longer handicapped by the amount of troops that I can get my hands on. So technically, I could shit out more units. Yeah, why am I not doing this already? At least all of these divisions are gonna explode, so less resistance for me. You make it toward this area, you work on making it toward the other shoreline. Denmark capitulated because of an... you backstabbing, conniving bastards. It hasn't even been like 20 days since I started recruiting these units. As soon as I get these troops out, I'm gonna have a reasonable front line and I can use all of my elite troops on making the pesky French capitulate, which is just a massive pain in the ass. And look what's happening here. It's 1941 and the Entente decide to join the war. It's almost like they waited for the opportunity for me to win the war for them just to come in and claim victory. Good for nothing, backstabbing, conniving bastards. Yes, I'm a bit butthurt. Do I cooperate with the Entente? Nope, they can piss off. Okay, the front line is settled. We're gonna go on the offensive, and instantly France breaks. They don't have enough divisions. You can see it right here. France has 93 troops, I have 131, and that's with me blatantly acting weak and whatever. I still am outproducing the French in both CAS and fighters, even while I'm still at war. And like, you know, straight up losing fighters as we speak. Right now I have 5k, the French have 1.2k, the Union of Britain 3.4k, and the Russians have 3k. So I have more fighters than the faction of the International in their entirety. I also need to invade the Union of Britain, so I'm gonna get some naval invasion technology. I did not use any of my ships because I did not fight against them. I did that on purpose because I really needed to somehow maintain naval superiority for a short period of time, so that I can land in this annoying ass island. Since the war is gonna end very soon, I just want to see the casualties. I've lost 208 fighters while killing 823 fighters of the enemy and 600 CAS. As for northern France, 136 to 213. Southern France is currently at 79, 264 and 300 CAS being shot down. The Rhine area is currently at 84 to 400 and southern Germany is 18 to 244. As for northern Germany, 147 to 997. And I guess that's pretty much it. If we are to look at the Ukrainian skies, we had the better trading ratio because the Russian planes are not that good. So we end up with 150 to 2000, well 1800. But you get the gist of it, we won the air war pretty massively. We outscaled the AI by so many metrics. Casualty wise, me as Germany lost 500,000, killed almost 1 million Frenchmen, and some other members of the international faction. And you got reinforced memes. Farewell France, you're not gonna be missed as soon as I get my hands on Bordeaux. Okay, France, like this is your cue to get the fuck out of here. Thank you very much. And the Kingdom of Spain is back on the menu. So, hey guys, how are you doing? My name is Jason and I'm gonna help you today on understanding the importance of whooping the ass of the Italians. My tanks should walk unopposed here in Italy. They don't have enough divisions to cover the entirety of the front. That and I reclaimed all of my country thanks to the fact that it was being occupied by the French, not the Italians. Currently is April of 1941. I just want to say that the war started around late March to early April 1940. In the span of 1 year, not only did Germany make the Dutch capitulate, all the nations in the Balkans capitulate as well, and then get pushed back all the way toward the Hanover line over here, but they still whooped the ass of the Russians, went back, reclaimed the entirety of Germany, made a massive push through the lowlands, occupied the entirety of France, and now they are pushing toward Italy. And all of this happened in the span of a single year. Well, wherever, at least Italy capitulated, and I have 2.5 million manpower. I should be capable of succeeding in this. Hell, I'm fighting against the British pride of the fleet, so please let me sink it. Never mind, they managed to get away. Kinda sad, doesn't matter. Let's land in the Union of Britain, as they are launching a naval invasion toward Rotterdam. Amazing performance, buddy, amazing performance. And with some hope, we will be capable of winning here near Hull, and we will be capable of landing. I'm gonna start sending in my army as well, but bit by bit, I don't want to lose all of them. But the Union of Britain is gonna fall before the end of the year. Hey, how is the air war looking? I mean, I'm maintaining air superiority over here. My main issue is just the supplies. Wherever, man, that's it for the Union of Britain. I have a decent foothold, I have full air superiority, and I'm withstanding their main initial assault with their stupid ass navy. I'm using a single massive fleet to do all of my engagements, just so that I do as much damage as possible. Come on, thank you very much. And the entirety of the Syndicalist faction has capitulated. Oh man, my back is killing me. I'm not even lying. I've been recording for 5 hours and a half and this war is yet to be done. And since I'm greedy as hell and I have the majority of the war score, I'm gonna take every single province because I can. Who's gonna stop me, man? At least we got rid of the Syndicalist faction and I don't have to fight against anyone other than the Russians. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Japanese. Though, truth be told, I just need to navally invade Japan and they should be dead. They lost the mainland, so they don't have any industry. I could even raid them to oblivion and they will evaporate. Of course, Russia comes in with a peace deal, but I'm gonna tell them to piss off. Because I don't want to, man. Hey, you seriously think you can steamroll my ass and then not get punished for it? That and I hate when the German AI just accepts the... What? Why? Can you stop making me lose Warsport? Thank you very much. At the same time, I'm launching my naval invasion toward Taiwan. I want to capture it so that I can have a good naval operation, or I guess a good naval base here in southern Japan. I want to knock them out for good. Russia is at 97%, and even the AI is rushing their massive victory point here in the east. The war is nearly won. I'm launching my naval invasion at the same time toward Japan, and I have the majority of my air force right behind me. I just need to capture some airport and I can start doing damage in this region. At least we managed to encircle the initial troops that were here, but we cannot stop right now. We need to keep on pushing. Well, I need to take as much... Okay, wait, hold on. The game is lagging. That means that Russia is gonna die very soon. And that indeed is it. And I even managed to get all of the territories on my own. We managed to end the war fully in 2 years. And I have all of the nations here in my faction as puppets of mine. Except for Sweden and Denmark. Like, you know, the nations that willingly joined my faction without me having to come knocking on their asses and whooping them to death. The war against Japan has been won. I mean, there is no reason for me to micro anymore. I just need to wait for a few weeks and I will get the surrender event. Though I'm gonna end the video right now because, hey, I just wanted to have a hard run as none other than Germany, because who needs to have fun when you can suffer, I guess. That, and I've been recording this for 6 hours and a half and I would like to go away for now. Yeah, never mind, Japan just capitulated. Good enough in my books, I have the majority of the war score against them, so I just get to annex them for free. Apparently I can get a white peace event with Siam, which I will gladly take because I don't want to fight through jungles. That and they were the only nations that I was at war with, so I really want to go back to being at peace. It's only 1942 and we whooped the ass of every single one that surrounds us. Look who owns the majority of the territories. I even have Russia in my faction, paying war reparations toward me. And even with all of this, the Entente have a better war score, or rather a faction score, than me. Just to show you the last template that I've been utilizing, in case I did not add them in the middle of the video, this was my Marine template. It was a 30 width template. My medium tank template was this. Light tank template was this as well. And the infantry that I had for the majority of the run was this. This is, mind you, this is 30 width, I think. Or, I don't know, man. Like, the doctrines are messing with my head a lot, so I'm not even sure anymore. As for the fighter template that I've been utilizing, it was none other than this. I did well by rushing it early on. This was my cast model as well. That's where I'm gonna call the run quits anyways. So hey guys, this has been Kaiserreich. I'll be seeing you guys next time. Take care, goodbye, and farewell. Bye bye!